Hey everyone, today we're looking at the Kingdom Hearts 4 announcement. Crystal Dynamics is developing a new Tomb Raider, and is a Battle Royale mode coming to Halo Infinite. All that and more on this edition of the Dear Listeners Newsroom. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Dear Listeners Newsroom, TRG's weekly news recap. My name is Micah Hendrick, and here are the top headlines for April 15th, 2022. Square Enix celebrated the 20th anniversary of Kingdom Hearts this past Sunday, and fans were treated to a trio of new game announcements. First off, surprise, surprise, yet more mobile games in the Kingdom Hearts franchise. First was Kingdom Hearts Dark Road, which is the final chapter for Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. Kingdom Hearts Dark Road is launching this August. Next was Kingdom Hearts Missing Link, which is a new iOS and Android game with an unspecified release date, though a closed beta is planned for later in 2022. Square saved the best for last as we got our first trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4, the next mainline entry which takes place after the events of Kingdom Hearts 3. Longtime fans can tell right away that things are not as they seem. Sora wakes up in a realistic world known as Quadratum and goes toe-to-toe with a large Heartless with the Keyblade in tow. Of course, what would Kingdom Hearts be without Donald and Goofy, who made a brief appearance toward the end of the trailer? Of course, we don't yet have a release date for Kingdom Hearts 4, only that it's being developed for Unreal Engine 4 and will soon be upgraded to the recently released Unreal Engine 5. Speaking of Unreal Engine 5, during Epic's recent rollout came an announcement from Crystal Dynamics franchise manager Dallas Dickinson that the team had begun development on the next installment in the Tomb Raider franchise, and that it would be powered by Unreal Engine 5. That's literally all the news we have on the topic, so this signals yet again an announcement of a game to help generate buzz in order to hire talent for the project. The announcement comes as somewhat of a surprise. Late last year, Xbox incubated studio The Initiative announced that they had teamed up with Crystal Dynamics to create the reboot to Perfect Dark. Having wrapped up work for Marvel's Avengers, it comes across as odd that the studio would announce two major games in this very unflashy way, all within a 7-month time span. While it's exciting to have Lara Croft on Unreal Engine 5, there's little doubt that this game won't be released until at least 2024 at the earliest. You might recognize developer Certain Affinity, though no one would blame you if not. The talented Austin, Texas-based studio has provided support for Halo and Call of Duty games for years. In the past, they've worked on multiplayer modes, DLCs, and co-developed some games with the lead studio. This week, the studio took to Twitter to make a special announcement. Quote, "We've been part of the Halo franchise for more than 15 years, and we're honored to say we are deepening our relationship with 343 and have been entrusted with further evolving Halo Infinite in some new and exciting ways." End quote. Oh, and by the way, they're hiring. Windows Central first reported last January that this was taking place and even hinted that the new and exciting ways Certain Affinity was taking Halo was into the Battle Royale genre. 343 Industries recently announced that Season 2 of Halo Infinite will be releasing on May 3rd, so hopefully Microsoft can keep the content fresh and frequent for Halo Infinite players. Following an investigation from the UK's CMA, or Competition and Markets Authority, both Sony and Nintendo will be updating their respective online service policies. For Sony, they'll now begin notifying longtime PlayStation Plus or PlayStation Now subscribers who haven't been active on the services. If Sony doesn't get a response or if activity doesn't resume, they will cancel the subscription on behalf of the customer. For Nintendo, automatic renewal will no longer be the default setting when subscribing to Nintendo Switch Online. The default will be to not subscribe, but the user can change that setting if they so desire. This is just 3 months after the CMA concluded a similar investigation into Microsoft, which ended with them making several small changes to their subscription policies. All this sounds like a step in the right direction for consumers, but no word yet on how this will affect US markets, if at all. In what is now becoming a predictable trend, CD Projekt Red has once again delayed one of their titles. The next-gen upgrade to The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, 2015's Game of the Year, was apparently being upgraded with full ray tracing, performance, and resolution improvements by a partner outside of CDPR. The company made the announcement on their social channels. Quote, "We have decided to have our in-house development team conduct the remaining work on the next-gen version of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. We are currently evaluating the scope of work to be done and thus have to postpone Q2 release until further notice." End quote. On Thursday this week, CD Projekt Red announced in their quarterly update that The Witcher 3 has sold a staggering 40 million copies, which is incredibly impressive and solidifies more Witcher for years to come. Alright guys, that's it for this edition of...
Micah.
Whoa, hey there, Elden Ring.
Come on, Micah. It's time to express yourself and find your own truth.
Elden Ring, what are you talking about?
I know the pandemic has been hard on you, and the New York Times article said that by playing with me, you're finding your own truth. Whether you want to study and plan your attack or just cheese a boss is how you express yourself in this whirlwind of a pandemic we're in.
Yeah, Elden Ring, that's just a bunch of baloney. I mean, we're not even really in a pandemic anymore. And besides, you would have succeeded in any era, not just a pandemic. Okay, don't be weird. We spent like 30 hours together. Yeah, don't let those silly New York Times articles get to you. How about this? Later tonight, you and me will spend several hours just farming for runes. Yeah?